Alright, so how's everyone doing? I hope you're doing fine. Welcome to Land of Ghosts. This game, I've been looking forward to playing this game for a very long time actually. Especially the other game that the developer is making, Brutal Complex. There's no English yet for the other one. But this one, they just updated it like a few hours ago. So I'm really excited to see what this is about. And they included English for everyone to play because not everyone speaks Japanese like me, but so I'm very grateful that they did it in English so more people can enjoy it, of course. But anyways, let's dive in. I'm dozing in the back of my parents' car, lulled to sleep by the vehicle's gentle swing. I drift in and out of consciousness somewhere between wakefulness and sleep. I hear the sound of raindrops tapping on the windshield, not loudly enough to be unpleasant, but just enough to softly rouse me from my sleep. It's still early in the evening, probably around 8 p.m. From somewhere deep inside my consciousness, I observe as the street lamps we pass periodically illuminate the thin membranes of my eyelids. By the way, the developer just learned English on his own, so his English is not perfect. I don't think anyone's perfect in any language, so he himself said like if there's any like rough English translations, please bear with it. But so far from what I'm reading, it's kind of poetic. They're using words that normal English speakers don't use. White and orange lights set the capillaries running through each of my eyelids aglow, coloring my vision a dark reddish brown as they cast their sinuous patterns onto my retina. Like, who uses these words? The low rumble of tires making contact with asphalt vibrates through the body of the car. My younger brother is also with us in the car, sitting beside me as he plays a game on his handheld console. So, don't worry developer, I think you're pretty far ahead in English already. Who knows, maybe your speaking is not that good, but so far is pretty dang great. The game's sound effects, the upbeat music, and the fanfare that plays upon finishing a level drifting into my ear from my right, along with the sound of passing cars and the wind against the windshield. I occasionally register my parents' and my brother's voices, but I can't make out the content of their conversations. On the other hand, I can hear the sound of my own breathing quite clearly. I feel the car curve to the left before an automated voice announces, EDC card accepted. It seems like we've just gotten onto the highway. I want to be rocked gently by the car forever. From time to time, my parents wake me up when we stop by a rest area, where I go to the washroom, sluggishly rubbing my eyes before drinking a sweet cafe au lait or hot tea under the bright lights of the rest area cafeteria. The tea might be green tea or maybe oolong tea. I would ask my parents to buy me a snack before we got back into our car and head off again towards our destination, somewhere far off in the distance. Sometimes the view outside the window will be a monotonous procession of natural scenery, other times an unfamiliar cityscape. The street lights that run along the highway cast evenly spaced islands of light, illuminating the path our car traces through the darkness. This exact moment feels familiar, like I've experienced it tens or hundreds of times before. Alright, that was the day of the accident that killed my entire family except for me. Okay, that's a sudden change. So we got into an accident. And by the way, the developer is an amazing artist. The artwork that he drew are incredible, as you can see, probably. As for the soundtracks, I don't know if he made it himself, but that's really impressive. I have a lot of respect for solo developer that they made everything by themselves. Save. Box cutter. And mobile phone. What was I doing before I woke up here? Where am I? That's what looks like a stack of electricity bills lying on the ground. The paper is waterlogged and the writing's a bit hard to make out, but the bill is addressed to where I used to live. Got the electricity bill. There's a blister pack of prescription sleeping pills lying on the ground. Bunch of stuff lying on the ground, huh? Okay. I'm somewhere on top of a massive bridge. It seems like a highway of some sort. A forest covered in fog stretches out beneath the bridge, beyond which I can make out the faint outlines of a mountain ridge. Several tall transmission towers stand in the distance, the red beacons of their aircraft warning lights drawing my eye. The red light is alien to this world of blue, and staring into it I feel as if it somehow stares back, meeting my gaze. I don't feel afraid though. In fact, something about the red light as it scatters in the rain is beautiful, almost comforting, as if I know it will always be there for me. I reach out towards the red light, pretending to grab it as if to play with it in my hand. I'm soaked all the way down to my underwear. This bridge looks like it stretches on forever. How far are we going? There's more sleeping pills. Okay, we don't need that. We got some already. What the heck is going on here? Hey, so what's your dad like? Hey, you know Santa lost her family, right? Oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Are these footage the developer took themselves? Maybe they're just walking and then they were recording and they're like, oh, this could be used for the game. I have to go on and have a happy life. You seem like you've been a lot happier lately, Sana. Right, I was just thinking the same thing. I have to be bright and cheerful. I don't get to cry anymore even when it hurts, and I'm an adult now. I have to be strong enough to pull through this. Because that's what you would want, right? Mom? Dad? Okay, so we're recalling some memories through the TV screen. And by the way, it doesn't matter what age you are, crying is just in our nature. There's a handheld console with a cracked screen lying on the ground. Oh, that's an old DS. Young people these days don't even know what a DS is probably. Man, this bridge is going on forever. Maybe I can equip this? Oh, the necklace of my mother. So everything is just scattered throughout this bridge. My head throbs from the sound of the static echoing inside it. I don't want to listen to this anymore. Yeah, let's move on then. A lot of sleeping pills, huh? Hey, are you listening? I didn't want to say this, but lately you haven't been taking an active role in anything. You're barely making an effort to pull your own weight. You're dragging the whole team down with you. You understand that? I'm so scared. Everywhere I look, I just see enemies. Oh! Oh. It's like something inside my head is tearing itself apart. Every day I feel so lonely and anxious and sad. When I stand in the warm sunlight and look at my own hands, sometimes I feel like a foreign body, something alien that doesn't belong. It's like I'm already dead, but interesting. Really cool effects here. Rainy days are the only times I feel like somehow I'm allowed to exist. There's nothing I want more than to die in the rain. To tear this never-ending facade of a normal life to shreds and just kill myself. Then I can finally see my family again. I don't think there's any jump scare in this game. I should check out that payphone back there. Oh, here. I'm at a payphone trying to call home. Hey, are you there? Hello? Don't go, please. Just come back and we can talk this out. I told you I'll be there for you, didn't I? Come on! I know you can hear me! I'm just tired of everything. I don't want to hear any of this anymore. What's that on the payphone? My head hurts. I thought we were gonna jump. Is that a ladder? I can see a river running below the highway. I wonder what it looks like down there. Wonder where this game is heading. I know there's gonna be ghosts, of course, as the title suggests. Land of ghosts, duh. There's gonna be ghosts. This game looks so beautiful. Carefully making my way down the ladder, I descend into the forest. A large river runs right beside the area I've stepped down into. The quiet murmur of the rich yet pure water flowing by stimulates my eardrums, producing a pleasant sensation. Unlike the highway up on the bridge, a thick fog blankets the forest, which consists mostly of coniferous trees like Yezo spruce, broken up only by the occasional stand of deciduous trees. The grass and moss are strewn with pebbles and gravel, perhaps carried there by previous inundations of the river. That grass, now a rotten brown, clings to the tree branches. Honestly, developer, I think you're better at me with English, even though English is not my first language either, but you're definitely way better than me. Clings to the tree branches, among other detritus swept along by the river, with the forest floor in a similar state of chaos. For no particular reason, I touch the bark of the tree beside me. In doing so, I become aware of the visceral presence of my physical body, feeling each heartbeat as it sends blood coursing through my veins down to my fingertips. The bark has a faint warmth and a pleasant smell to it. I feel like it's been a very long time since I've touched something and stopped to search for the right words to express the exact sensation of its texture. Despite being a human with dyed hair wearing clothes, I feel almost like I've become a white animal. I stand in an opening in the trees, listening to the branches and leaves rustling in the wind. The colossal highway that I had been walking along seems to stretch on endlessly into the distance above my head. The river running by the foot of the bridge carves a snaking path through the land, flowing with such intensity it threatens to overflow its banks. The fog through which the rain falls condenses into droplets of moisture on the walls of my windpipe. I become completely one with the atmospheric layer around me. My ears ring, but here in this place, even that dissonance feels somehow like it's allowed to coexist. I decide to try following the river. Jesus, there's a lot of reading. I know the developer do a lot of reflection, so he writes a lot. I'm not surprised there's a lot of reading. Maybe you can make your next game to be like a visual novel. Is it getting darker? What the heck? This is so dangerous, honestly. A girl alone, or boy, I don't know, just a person alone in the middle of forest in the fog with no food. Ugh, my head hurts. It feels like I'm sinking underwater while my ears ring. Okay, there's something up there though. Press P to be happy. Huh, that's cute. There's a bit of a clearing here. I can hear the splish splash of raindrops falling into the post of too fast. What a beautiful place. But if you were here with me, it would have been even cool though. The family? Who are we talking about this whole time? Whatever. Or is it my lover? I'm finally free. Yeah, but do I have any money to buy any drinks? I don't think so, right? Hello? I did not expect there to be English lines here. So there's rocks here, okay. Does the developer like rocks or something? Oh! Oh! How did a deer scare me? What the heck? Ah, sorry about that. He's crying. What the heck? Hey, hello? Whoa, where did you come from? What are you doing here? I don't mean any harm. Yeah, you don't seem hostile. You're the first human I've seen in this forest apart from myself, though whether I count as a human is a bit of an interesting question, in and of itself. I'm just here to pick some wild plants to eat. I've been surviving on an awfully plain diet recently. Just random tree nuts and other stuff like that lying around. Do you live nearby around this forest, I mean? No, I live a bit further upstream, and this place that's kind of like a landfill. You'll be surprised how much useful stuff gets thrown out with the trash. How about you, lady? Where did you come from? Lady? I only just got here. So I'm a guy? What the heck? I don't know. I woke up in a car up on that bridge and I just started walking, not really heading anywhere in particular. Oh, in that case here, you can eat this. What is this? Meat? Yep, it's a wild boar meat I dried. You sure I can have this? Thank you. You're not cold, lady? Yeah, all the walking kind of warmed my body up. I'm actually feeling nice and toasty. Why would you accept food from a stranger? Has it just been raining like this the whole time? Yeah, at least I've never seen it stop raining since I got here. This world is always covered in this thick fog and rain. I doubt it will ever let up. This place is just one mystery after another. I don't think anyone knows who built that giant bridge, for example, or when. Yeah, that bridge was really huge and it was so quiet with no one around. All you could hear was the wind and the rain. Yeah, I tried walking up there once and there really wasn't anyone, but if you go a bit further along the bridge, you'll see some stores by the side of the road. There's some people there. Wait, so there are people apart from us? Yeah, only from time to time though. But most of them are kind of weird. Weird? Yeah, you see how both of us have parts of our bodies glowing this kind of pale blue? Every creature in this world has part of its body glowing like that. Sometimes it's their whole body. So the thing is, almost everyone there has their whole body glowing. And those guys are always weird. First, they don't really talk. That's why I was pretty glad when I met you. And it seemed like we actually understood each other. I think for me, it's part of my face that's glowing. These lines that look like cracks. I guess for you, it's your hair. It looks electric. Yeah, although I'm not sure how this whole thing works. I might have said a bit too much. It's fine, I was just surprised to run into someone else here. Thank you for the meat. Don't worry about it, it's nothing really. Okay, alright, nice. Maybe we'll meet again later. Okay, so now we're going back all the way. Whatever. I'm finally free. That boy back there was kind of cute. I always liked kids that were a bit cheeky like him. Did the music change? I feel a bit better after talking to another person. But either of us could die at any moment. That's just the kind of world this is. Will I meet anyone? What the? Was that a deer from before? The deer from before lies fallen, blood streaming from her body. I consider whether I could tear a piece of her meat off to eat if she's already dead. She couldn't survive for long if I tore into her with my box cutter. A large stream of blood flows from the fallen deer's neck and side. The blood diffuses into the sand by the side of the river, eventually joining its flow. It feels like I'm watching as the deer's soul leaves her body, bidding it a fond farewell as it departs on its last voyage. I envy her. But maybe I simply envy everything that isn't me. I placed my hand on her body to feel her warmth, only to find it already as cold as a rock. I imagined the events that led to her death. Perhaps an animal had attacked her. A bear, maybe. After a moment of hesitation, I slide my box cutter into the deer's side and begin to slit her open horizontally. The blade pierces through the upper layers of her pelt. Okay, How do you butcher an animal with a box cutter? What the heck? Okay. Yeah. You need experience to butcher an animal. Physiological fear of sharp blades and pointed objects, so of my own box cutter. Even the thought of getting that flu shot in high school was enough to make me break out in a cold sweat. I turned towards the river with a sigh. I gazed out at the river together with the corpse of the deer I've just defiled. As cowardly and worthless a companion as I may be, I spent those final moments with her, with what's now her corpse. Sliding my hand, okay. What? What happened here? So if you die, you just emit a light of some sort? Does that mean all the people were dead because they're ghosts? So that's why they're emitting a light from their whole body, like the boy mentioned before? It's kind of fun just being here. We all just wander aimlessly, pelted by the same rain. And even if we get dirty, the rain washes us clean right away. Alrighty, I'm finally back. I should try going a bit further along the highway. Hey, hello. Hey, there's some beautiful rain we're having, isn't it? Care to join me for a beer in this lovely drizzle? Am I old enough to drink? This person seems kind of weird. Probably best just to leave them alone. Yeah. Where did this come from? I'm home. Oh, you're back already. Yeah, I was just taking a nap. Man, my shoes got totally soaked. I guess I should throw them in the dryer later. Feels like it's been raining forever, doesn't it? It's been, what, like 4 days at this point? Man, I've been really into this comedian lately. What's their name? We like to spend the evenings lazing around at home with a pizza or some snacks. I'm always ready to die. The sound of the rain falling outside had a calming effect on my heart. I think these quiet moments I spend with him were my happiness. So it is my lover, no? Jesus, that gave me chills. But yeah, so far, just gonna keep it short and end it right here for now. I've already recorded part 2. I still need to edit it. I already know what's going to happen. The story will kick it up a notch in the next part. I mean, this game is pretty short. I think it's like 2 hours. Just nothing much happening here, I guess. Wandering around aimlessly, reflecting, recalling a lot of memories, and, you know, just in deep thought. But yeah, that was it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a nice day or a nice night depending on where you are, and take care.